looks like we are up to 32. It's just after 12, so we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone to the October 8, 2020 Rotary Zoom meeting for Newport Rotary. Happens to be Zoom meeting number 25. And Richard brought me a little surprise to help out for today on this 25th Zoom anniversary. So I have the bell, and it's been silent for too long. So here we go. All right. So welcome everyone. Would someone like to do the honors and lead us in the pledge or a song? Hard to see if there are any takers on this Zoom with a couple screens. Let's see. Guy's patriotic. Guy, would you like to do the honors and lead us in the pledge?
We'll do it.
All right, thanks.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yay! All
right, nicely done. Thanks, Guy. So we have some announcements today. We had a board meeting on Tuesday that was pretty productive, and we talked about a lot of stuff going on. Membership committee met this morning. Is Laura on here?
I'm on.
There you are. Would you like to give a report on membership committee?
So we've finalized our philosophy, mission, and history of Rotary and the practical tasks that are required. And so this document's going to be sent to Mark Miranda to include in the red badge envelope or the red badge folder that go to people, as well as the blue badge folder that goes to people too, our new Rotarians. And then we were talking about the job of greeter as one of the red badge tasks. And because we're not meeting in person right now, the job of the greeter is going to change. And Freddie, we had talked about this a little bit before. And so normally this is a red badge item. And so we're hoping that we can get some of our red badges who haven't served as greeter do a sign up sheet, because normally we'd have that be handed around during the meetings to sign up as our virtual greeter. And what that would be would be to say the pledge or a song when we start the meeting, and then in the meeting leading the 5-way test. And so we're going to update the red badge, the sponsor program from red badge to blue badge checklist. So it states this. And then figure out how we're going to do the sign up for other individuals who aren't a red badge to sign up as a greeter.
All right, thanks, Laura. So another thing I have to announce is that we completed our district grant for the Meals on Wheels. We partnered with Corvallis, Greater Corvallis, Albany. I think there were 6 clubs total. And together we raised $18,525 that was sent to Meals on Wheels. So that was a pretty good accomplishment. And another thing we talked about at our board meeting on Tuesday was getting into some actual service projects rather than just the monetary donations. So Sylvia is going to talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, first off, I would like to start a regular monthly meeting of service committee members. That means if you have a heart for service to the community, or maybe even just one pet project you'd like to have done and see done with the help of Rotary, please let me know. I'll put my phone number in the chat. And so I'm not asking for a lifelong commitment, but to coordinate people, in particular looking for some hands-on projects that we can do. So far, we've been great at giving money to causes, but being able to actually show up builds a sense of community that you just don't get from writing a check. To that end, we do have a project coming soon. It was one of those wait 2 years and then hurry up. We're looking at getting the landscaping planted for the Habitat House on the 17th of this month. That is a week from Saturday. And we're looking at 10 a.m. to do that. Rob estimates about 15 people will be needed. So please do show up if you've got a willing heart and a good back. Bring your shovel, any digging tools, gloves, water if you want it, because it won't be provided, and a mask. This will be a masked event, please, people. So 10 a.m., Saturday the 17th, a week from this coming Saturday. We're going to get those plants in the ground and get this off our to-do list. And then maybe we can all stand 6 feet apart, have an adult beverage, and say, thank God it's finally done.
Yeah, thanks, Sylvia. That was the painting party was sure a lot of fun, and I think this will be even more fun since we've all been cooped up for so long. But I think we can safely distance and get some plants in the ground there, and get another service project done. So that'll be fun.
Hey, Sylvia, do you know if the rhododendrons are a part of the plants that are being planted? Did that get followed through on?
I know we would like a few, and I left a message on your voicemail a couple days ago asking if we still had a contact on that. So if you could get
I didn't get any message from you at work or on my cell phone.
Oh, interesting, because there's not a lot of Sunettas, but
There is not, but I didn't get it.
I'll
Okay.
leave my phone number. Please give me a call.
Okay.
Sylvia, do you need any giant sword ferns?
I don't know. Rob's actually, thank goodness, Rob has taken the spearhead on this, and he will actually be taking a backhoe to the property a few days before to smooth it out and do some serious weeding. And hopefully we can just maybe pick out the biggest culprits so they don't plant themselves back. But I can get back to you on that, Guy, if we want any sword ferns.
Right.
Anybody else have something that they'd like to volunteer? I do know they're working with Ground FX, and aside from the roadies, have a lot of it already covered.
Yeah, maybe we can distribute a group email, DACDB. I can send that out for volunteers, and then just let us know if you can make it, and we'll plan on that for the 17th, which is Saturday after this Saturday. Let's see, our treasurer wanted me to mention quarterly invoices are coming out, and they don't include any meals, so should be pretty minimal or reasonable in price. Also, if you know of anyone that's having issues with Zoom or hesitant to use Zoom to join us on here, let us know, and our experts like John or Keith, or we've got some pretty good tech people that we can help if members aren't real comfortable with Zoom and not really participating. So let us know, and we'll be happy to get some help out for that. A few things for today in history. 1871 today, the Great Chicago Fire started on Sunday, October 8th. And burned for 3 days before it finally burned itself out on Tuesday, October 10th. 1919, the first transcontinental air race in the United States begins with 63 planes competing between California and New York. And in 2004, Martha Stewart is sentenced to 5 months in prison and 5 months of home confinement, in addition to a $30,000 fine. And she was sent to the minimum security facility in West Virginia known as Camp Cupcake. And happy birthday today to Clark W. Griswold. Chevy Chase is celebrating his 77th birthday today, so a few tidbits there for you. Let's see, I see Bob is here, so I'm going to turn it over to our Sergeant at Arms. Bob.
Hello there, Rotarians. It's so good to see all of you. Oh, Freddie, you seem to have a little dirt or something on your face. You might want to wipe that off.
Well, it's almost No Shave November, so I like to get a little head start.
Oh, you're trying. You got to be kidding me. You're trying to grow a beard? Oh,
No.
That's funny. Didn't think you're old enough. Anyway, have we got any happy dollars out there amongst our wonderful group? Mary Kay, you look happy. Now there's a happy face right there. Mary? Oh, Mary, muted Mary.
I'm here.
Are you happy?
Maybe.
Oh,
Why should I be happy?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't get into details like that.
Well, I'm happy to see you at the Rotary Club meeting.
Ooh, low blow. Oh, okay.
How
Like
is
I
that?
haven't been there. You're trying to tell me I'm like Spencer and haven't been around?
I did not say that. Do not put words in my mouth.
Oh, okay. So what are you happy about other than seeing me at a Rotary meeting?
I'm probably happy that I'm hitting a milestone birthday on Saturday.
A milestone birthday on Saturday.
Yeah, see if you can guess which milestone it is, Bob. Be very careful.
I would say 31.
Okay, be realistic now.
35.
Oh, I will be 65 on Saturday.
I don't believe a word of that.
I'm all signed up for Medicare.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's interesting because every time I look in the mirror, I think, who is that old woman?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm not $65 happy. I'm not that happy,
uh-huh.
but I'm $25 happy.
Well, good for you. You know, I'm going to tell you a secret that I wasn't going to tell anyone else, but as long as they're not listening, I'll just tell you.
Okay.
I had a birthday.
You did? Are you 65 too?
Just a couple of days ago, I had a birthday.
What day?
I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I will give $73.
What day is your birthday?
Well, let's see. What's today? Mine was the 6th.
Well, you know what? My best friend's birthday is the 6th.
I thought I was your best friend.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Hey, you know, I have 3 sons.
Yep.
And they are, what's the term? They are pranksters.
Really? I wonder where
Yes.
they got that.
Their mother. But you know what they did to me?
What?
They put 240 cans of my favorite beverage into my car without telling me about it. And they unboxed every one of those cans. So when I opened up the door to my car, guess what came falling out on me?
3 wonderful boys. I salute them.
I fail to see how we can classify them as wonderful, but I am going to give you a chore. We need to get even.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. And you look like the type of person I would not want on my bad side because you know how to get even. So
I'll work on it.
Work on that a little bit for me.
Mhm.
Are there any other birthdays or anything out there that people would like to talk about?
I have one.
Oh, Stephanie, go ahead.
Well, it's kind of birthday season for us as well. My baby girl in
Oh my.
Maui, yes, my baby girl Monday celebrated, let's just say I'm $39 towards my Paul Harris happy.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah. Well, where is your little baby girl?
She's on Maui. She's a nurse.
Did you know that I have a brother and sister on Maui?
I think I've heard that.
Uh-huh.
That if they go to the hospital, they'd see her.
I don't want them in the hospital right now.
That's kind of the thing. Yeah, she's been there a few years now and a very independent young woman.
Well, good. Takes after her mother.
Kind of, sadly.
Yeah. And so how happy were you about that?
That's going to be 39 towards my Paul Harris.
Okay. Well, that is happy. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody
Thank
else?
you.
Thank you.
Bob,
Anybody else?
I have a couple. Bob. Peggy.
Where are you? Who are we
I
talking
don't
to?
know. Where am I?
Oh, there you are.
You see me now? Okay.
I do. I see you now.
All right. I have some happy dollars for this coming Saturday as well. My dog Lenny turns 10 on Saturday. He was born 10/10/10 or thereabouts. I always figure that's his birthday because it's easier to remember.
I see. Yeah.
And then I'm also going to give another 25 on top of that for my beautiful granddaughter in Texas, who's getting married on Saturday. And sadly, we can't be there because of this stupid virus.
Oh, yeah.
I still want to honor her. Her name is Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Mhm.
Pretty name for a pretty girl, I'll bet.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And thank you
Okay.
very much.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Hey, Bob, I
Anybody?
had an announcement I forgot to make during the announcements a few minutes ago, but we have a Rotary 5110 District Business of the Week in our club this week.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not sure if you saw the email or not, but I thought that was pretty exciting.
That is very exciting. So you're pretty excited then?
Well, I'm excited for the business of the week. It's not my business, but
What? I mean,
it would be Thompson Sanitary. So
Oh, really?
congratulations to Rob and Amy.
oh, Amy's here. Yeah, Amy.
Kenny here too?
Were you going to mention that?
And Ken, yeah.
It had slipped my mind, Bob, sorry.
And has it slipped Ken's mind too?
Yeah, we're all,
It slipped our minds.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's funny how you can forget about things like that when you're involved, but I don't know. Maybe there should be a fine on that. What do you think, Amy?
All right, let's see.
I think we should each, Rob, Amy, and Ken will do $50 towards our Paul Harris.
That sounds good.
That seems very reasonable. That seems reasonable to me.
Well, I've never
Okay.
been called reasonable before, but thanks. Maybe
Yeah.
now I'm $5 happy. You just called me reasonable.
Well, I'll call you that every week. How would that be? Okay, have we got anyone else? Sonetta, she's not happy about anything because she didn't get her message from Sylvia, and oh my God.
I'll be $5
Hey,
happy.
Bob, I'm happy.
Now, who is that? That
Go
sounds
ahead.
like Guy. What are you happy
Yeah,
about?
Bob, I'm happy because my buddy here, Don Strand, he's from the Cottage Grove Rotary Club. He
Well, I'm
came
sorry,
over
he's
to
your
help
buddy.
me put up his, yeah, he's a duck too, Bob. Anyway, during the big storm, my garage tent down below got all ripped up, and so it's kind of a two-person job, and he came over here and promised he was COVID free, and so we got the tent up yesterday, and so I'm 25 bucks happy about that.
Well, I don't blame you. What are you paying the guy?
I pay him cornbread, fresh baked cornbread, fresh out of the oven with honey butter.
That's a good deal, Guy. Yeah. Boy, if you ever need some more help, don't phone. Yeah, but anyway. Anybody else? Anybody else?
This is Sonia. I like to, hi.
There you are. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Thanks for asking.
You look good.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry about that, whatever it is next to you, but you look good.
I've
I'm
got
sorry,
more hair
Jim.
than him now.
That didn't take long.
And for that, I'm $25 happy. But really what I wanted to announce is that, I think I might have announced this last time, but we did reach our $5,000 goal, fundraising goal for the Can Cancer Foundation. And yay. And my boss, my executive director at Ocean View Senior Living, Becky Donaldson, had pledged to shave her head when we reached that $5,000 goal. She will be doing so live on Facebook at 1 o'clock this Saturday. So I know we had a lot of Saturday announcements, and that's another thing to keep on your radar. If you need the link, let me know and I can hook you up with that. And Ursula will be starting another fundraiser just so we can see if we can raise a few more bucks while we're doing the fundraise, the head shave too.
Me too.
Wow,
Who wants to
good
talk
work. Good work. Well,
So-
good.
I'm happy too.
Oh,
Last
really,
week I was
Jim?
$19 happy because I'm involved in the OSU Trace COVID-19 study out at Hatfield. This week I want to say that I want $50 to D Teams, Paul Harris. This week I started with a Lawless Center as contracts manager, and so it's drinking from a fire hose right now, overwhelming and great opportunities, wonderful work. And thank you so much to Dee for this opportunity to hit the ground running when my census gig finished. So $50 to Dee's Paul Harris.
What can I say about Rotarians? They're always out there helping. Anybody else?
So Bob, I
Oh,
would
hi,
like.
Ursula. How are you? We never
Hi,
see you
Bob.
anymore.
I'm good. Yeah, I apologized at our board meeting on Tuesday that it's just been a really crazy month, and so I have missed a lot of meetings this month, and not this month, September. So, but I think I'm back on track. So
Good.
I would like to donate $50 to Sonia's Paul Harris for doing the shave your head fundraiser for our cancer fund. So we really appreciate that and really appreciate her.
Well, isn't that special? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's give her a big hand then. Everybody, have some people are clapping. Let's everybody clap. Dustin, that includes you. Yeah, there you go. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Well, let's turn it back over to Freddie. Thank you very much for your generosity. Freddie, take it away.
All right. Well, thank you, Bob. Nicely done as usual. And I would kick in $50 to Sonia's Paul Harris as well. So I think that was a great accomplishment. So today's program, our speaker today has a career that has covered food sales, the U.S. Navy, being an educator, and community involvement in theater, robotics, and emergency preparedness. And in case you don't know who I'm talking about our own Rotarian, Jeff Lichtman. So Jeff, welcome, and it's all yours.
Thank you for letting me introduce myself today, fellow Rotarians, and thank you, Paul Kimberly, for sponsoring me. So my career in life, I've had quite a few different themes, so I made a creative attempt to present that to you today. So, a food salesman, a Navy medic, and an actor all walk into a bar. Now, the food salesman had worked hard for almost 20 years selling bread, Tombstone frozen pizza, Mission Foods tortillas, and even Moe's clam chowder. He could go on and on about inclement driving weather, long hours, and customer demands from Santa Rosa to Portland to Newport. Well, now the Navy medic had to pipe in with his story of joining the Navy at age 33, going to Hospital Corpsman School in San Diego, and then straight to the emergency room at San Diego Naval Hospital. He got to suture people up, draw blood, teach CPR, and become an EMT. And then had the opportunity to become a physical therapy tech, and after training, go to Portsmouth Naval Hospital to work in all areas of physical rehab. It was obvious this had been a rewarding 21 years for him. But now across the bar sat an educator who just had to put his 2 cents in about completing his master's degree at age 49 at George Fox University, teaching 5th grade, which was no easy task, and then going on to be a park ranger at Yaquina Head Lighthouse, an underwater robotics instructor at Hatfield Marine Science Center, and a math tutor at Angel Job Corps. He also experienced a lot of satisfaction in helping people learn new things. Well, now a couple of drinks into this lively conversation, and the actor pipes up saying, "You guys need to have more fun and more challenge in your life." He proceeds to tell them about performing in several shows directed by Kathy Heater and Sarah Coxon, like My Fair Lady, The Producers, Young Frankenstein, and more recently, Man of La Mancha. What a stretch and what a run. Now, over at a side table is this guy, and he's drinking a beer. but he's also packing some emergency supplies into a backpack. And he raises his glass and thanked the food salesman and the Navy man and the educator and the actor for all their hard work and service, and calmly reminded them that they too could get involved with CERT and be prepared. So I raise my cup to a toast to all the people who have believed in me and inspired me over the years, including my wife, River Benson, because all of these men are me. Any questions?
Hey, Jeff, it's Keith.
Hey, Keith.
So out of that journey, what's the best story you've got of all those gentlemen before they got too filled up with truth serum?
Let me think. Give me a word or two just so I can narrow that down.
Well, let's do stitches. That's kind of an interesting thing for a person to do. I guess you probably have some interesting stitch stories, especially in the Navy.
Well, I guess the most challenging one and rewarding were we got to stitch up children. And unfortunately, during that time, if they got pretty upset, they would give them what was called a Liddy cocktail, which was just something to calm them down. And we used what was called a papoose board, which kind of hugged them in kind of like hugging them with nylon, with Velcro, and then we stitched them up. But I know a good one. So the first suture job I did. Now, when you're new in the Navy, people kind of cover for you. You've had a little bit of experience and training, but when a patient walks in, they want to feel confident with you, and you want to feel confident working with them. And so my fellow corpsman would say, well, here's Petty Officer Lichtman, and he's done this many times before. And this lady came in, had been in a minor car accident and had a cut on her forehead. And so I proceeded to stitch that up. And when I was done, it looked like an anchor. But there was, what was overall most interesting about working in the emergency room was that I like to listen to people's stories, and I'm a pretty good listener and can stay pretty calm. And people would just open up and tell me their life stories when you're there, getting their blood or waiting on lab work or doing this kind of thing. And people would just open up to me and tell me the most fascinating things about their lives. So that was my good ER experience.
So I have a question, Jeff. Where did you serve in the Navy? Which areas of the country?
I started in San Diego at the Naval Hospital in Balboa in the emergency room. And then I went to physical therapy assistant school in San Antonio, Texas at Fort Sam. So it was a combination Army-Navy group of people. It was an actually Army school. And then went back to San Diego for the clinical aspect of that. And I thought I was going to be able to stay there because they were just in the process of building a new hospital in San Diego. And I thought, oh, for sure, I'm going to get to stay in San Diego. But as it was, when they give out orders in the military, they put you where they want you. And I got orders to Yokosuka Naval Hospital in Japan. Well, I had just gotten married that spring, just before then. And to bring my spouse with me, it would have been a 3-year tour. If I went alone, it would have been a 2-year tour. Well, one of the other guys in my class, he got orders to Portsmouth, Virginia. And so we switched orders, and I was able to take my wife with me, and I went to Virginia, and he was young and hot to buy stereo equipment, and he went to Japan. So
Yeah, San Diego's not too bad a duty. Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
How'd you end up in Newport?
So my spouse at the time, so I got out off active duty in December of '89, stayed in Virginia for about another year, was part of the Gulf War recall during that time in 1990, just back into the physical therapy department as a reservist. And my wife at the time was a middle management person, and she took the lead in getting us back to the West Coast. We were both from Los Angeles area, but we didn't want to go back to Los Angeles. So she got a job as the facilities manager in Clackamas County. So that's how we ended up in the Portland area. And we were there for about 14 years and then moved to the coast in 2007 for the teaching job. So then it was reserves from there on out in Portland.
So you got your 20 in?
21.
Good for you.
All right, any other questions for Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff, I've got a question. This is Richard. How can you tell us up here? Can you tell us about the porthole and porthole players or the Newport Performing Arts? You know, what their outlook is. Do you have any new information for us on that?
Well, everything's been put on hold. I'm on the porthole board, as well as Kathy is too. And everything's pretty much on hold. It's looking like possibly this next spring, when phase 3, hopefully phase 3 comes in, that we'll be able to do something. I haven't heard any specifics on how they plan on doing that. That's kind of more up to the OCCA board, Oregon Coastal Arts. Right now, I think they're down to a skeleton staff of like 3 people, just keeping the Performing Arts Center running, the electronics and the facility, that kind of thing. So it's pretty quiet, and unfortunately, a lot of people got laid off or fired. So, and as you know, the symphony's all on hold, and they've been doing a few things online, and they just started doing some things in conjunction with the aquarium, actually. So yeah, life's on hold right now.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, well, thank you, Jeff. It was great getting to know a little more about you. I think it's always fun to get to know each other better. And as you know by now, we're going to vaccinate 50 children against polio in your name as a thank you for talking to us today. So thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we're on to our secretary for makeups and attendance. And I think that might be Jim today.
Yeah, okay. This is a banging day. We are at 40 organic member attendance out of 59. So over 2/3 attendance before we apply the makeups. And with the makeups, we're at 73%. This is really, really, really good. Good to see so many people. And member incentive, let's go with Amy Thompson, and I'm not sure how much that is.
I'd like to donate it to Sonia's cancer.
Thank you. We can do the wheel if you want.
And for the 50/50 wheel, it's coming to us, coming to a slow, oh no, it's speeding up now. Peggy Walker.
Hey.
Oh, you need to know how much that was. I haven't added
Yes.
it up yet.
Well, let me just say this, whatever it is, I'll just donate it back to the club.
Okay, sorry about that. I forgot about that part.
That's
I can get it, but
That's okay.
Well, thanks, Peggy, and congratulations. Let's see, do we have a social media award? John.
Yeah, this week's winner is Dave Heater, and I don't see him here today, so we'll double it for next week.
All right.
No,
So,
John,
I'm here, Zach.
oh, there he is.
Good job, you're a winner.
All right, congratulations, Dave. We have a few minutes. We're a little early today. Anybody have any last minute announcements or anything you'd like to share before we move on? No? Okay, so next week's meeting, we have What's Up with Radio by Stephanie Lynn, so should be another good one. And I guess with that, we will do the four-way test. Anybody, any volunteers to take us out with the four-way test? Hard to see on these Zooms if we have any volunteers because I only have one of two screens. How about Sonetta?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
The four-way test. Oh, you were put it up. I was going to try to do it from memory, but that's okay. The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And fifth,
Is it fun?
All right, nicely done. Thank you, Sonetta, and good to see everybody. We'll see y'all next week.